Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Beatrice. All right. Um, okay. I guess he let us in. I'm ready to share my screen.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started.
Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're here. And this is the Department of Family and Support Services, Head Start, Support Services, Health, and Nutrition, RFP webinar. Next slide. Okay, so we're going to do a little housekeeping. Due to the volume of participants, everyone is on mute. Please submit any questions that you have via the question box, and then we will respond to those questions at midpoint and at the end of the presentation. Please use the question box to notify us of any technical issues, and this webinar is being recorded. Next slide. All right, so this is the agenda for the webinar. Good afternoon, I'm B. Nichols, and I have joining me Jordan Payman. And Jordan, I don't know if you want to unmic.
Hello, I am Jordan. I'll be helping with the e-procurement side.
All right, thank you, Jordan. And I will be helping with any questions as it relates to the RFP. And so we'll be going over the purpose, the background for the RFP. We'll give you some information about the scope and the program description, as well as the selection criteria that we're looking for, the timeline, and then Jordan will answer any questions about technical assistance for applicants and e-procurement, and then we'll entertain any questions. Okay, next slide. All right, so the purpose of the RFP. This request for proposal seeks one entity to provide subject matter expertise, training, and technical assistance to DFSS and its Chicago Early Learning direct service providers in the subject area related to early childhood health and nutrition services as a support service delegate agency. Direct service delegate agencies with Head Start funding, Head Start, Early Head Start, Early Head Start, Child Care Partnership, or Early Head Start expansion are required to ensure that infants, toddlers, and preschoolers have access to health and nutritional care. Next slide. Background. DFSS has been able to strengthen its health and nutrition services systems, including relevant policies and procedures that ensure health and nutrition-related program performance standards are met, both across its network of direct service delegate agencies and sites and at its individual agencies and sites that fail to meet Children's Services Division health-related monitoring performance standards. And we've developed innovative and effective practices for improving children's health and nutrition at the grassroots level. that can be delivered through a direct service, delegate agencies' daily or ongoing practices, and improve health and nutritional outcomes for low-income children and families. Next. Goals. Support service delegate agencies have specialized knowledge, expertise, and credentials that support SEL, direct service delegate agencies, and their management. Must support SEL programs with compliance according to funder requirements. DFSS CSD uses support service delegate agencies to ensure that SEL programs and their management meet three broad objectives. Number one, implementation of best practices in the early childhood development, education, and related fields. Two, compliance with relevant federal, state, and local performance standards and requirements. And three, improved outcomes for young children and their families. Next. Program requirements. The Health Services Support Service Delegate Agency will be required to deliver and develop training sessions and provide technical assistance and consultation in the areas of health and nutrition services to DFSS and its direct service delegate agencies, and ensure that DFSS and its direct service delegate agencies meet the health and nutrition related requirements listed in the RFP. DFSS intends to contract with one entity to provide services citywide that can meet the following required qualifications and conduct the following required activities. Provide guidance on subject-related policies and procedures, policy and procedure development, policy memoranda related to best practices, subject area research, and program requirements and standards. The support service agency will be expected to review and provide updates to health and nutrition policies, procedures, and memorandum at least annually. Consult with DFSS to provide clarity on program components, service expectations, and program requirements and standards. Advise DFSS and its direct service agencies on current and new health and nutritional issues as they arise, especially as they relate to the SEL service population and its well-being and SEL program requirements and standards. Act as the co-chair of the Quarterly Health Services Advisory Committee and co-chair the Health Subcommittee. Next. These are the program requirements, and for a full understanding of SEL program standards related to health and nutrition, you may see these following resources. Next. Performance goals and objectives and outcomes. The Health Services Support Service Delegate Agency is required to develop and deliver training sessions and provide technical assistance and consultation in the area of health services to DFSS and its direct service SEL delegate agencies in order to improve direct service agency performance and compliance with the Head Start performance standards, the Illinois Early Learning Standards, and various other standards, as well as in the SELS 2.0 version within the Children's Services Division manual. As such, Performance outcomes may be assessed in the following manner: direct service agency compliance with these standards after receiving intensive TNTA from the support service provider, pre and post training surveys that assess the impact of training on attendees' knowledge. Next, performance goals and outcomes. To monitor and recognize the intermediate progress toward the performance indicators, DFSS also intends to track output metrics that may include, but are not limited to, the number of trainings that are provided to DFSS direct service delegate agencies and sites, the number of hours of intensive training and technical assistance provided to DFSS identified direct service delegate agencies to strengthen their health and nutrition services systems, the number of completed direct service agency training plans and corrective or quality improvement plans, the number of community partnership collaborations, including the number of medical homes obtained by SAIL children enrolled, the number of hours provided to health services advisory committees and subcommittees, if parent trainings are conducted, the number of materials and parent education created and distributed, the number of delegate and partner agency site observations and consultations, and the number of individual child and/or pregnant mom plans that are supported. In addition to the performance indicators and output metrics listed above, DFSS encourages applicants to propose additional indicators and metrics, including those that demonstrate early success and are indicative of participants' progress. Next, the selection criteria that DFSS will be using to review your application is community investment and responsiveness. This area will cover applicants will be asked to demonstrate a clear understanding of the target population, including strengths and assets and needs and challenges. That it will demonstrate client and community engagement activities that inform service delivery, expertise working with the target population, and relevant competencies and capabilities and/or infrastructure needed to serve. The commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and access, and leadership that reflects and engages the diverse people of the communities it serves. Next, organizational capacity. DFSS seeks respondents that demonstrate that the respondent has qualified staff responsible for program oversight and management, that the respondent has adequate systems and processes to support monitoring program expenditures and fiscal controls, that you have adequate human resources capacity to hire and manage staff, that you have the expertise in working with the target population and relevant capabilities and/or infrastructure needed to serve this group, and that your organization reflects and engages the diverse people in the community it serves. Next, strength of proposed program. The respondent will clearly define services to be provided directly or through partnership or linkage agreements with other agencies that are appropriate to addressing the needs of and achieving desired outcomes for the target population. The respondent's proposed program is supported by a strong national or local evidence-based and or aligns with best practices for the relevant field. The respondent demonstrates a clear understanding of the target population, their needs and challenges, and that the respondent has an effective approach to identifying and retaining program participants, including the rules and regulations that reduce barriers to participation. Next. Under performance management and outcomes, we're looking to see that the respondent demonstrates evidence of strong past performance against desired outcome goals and performance metrics and or other notable accomplishments in providing services to the target population. That the respondent has the relevant systems and processes needed to track and report performance on program outcomes. That you have experience using data to inform and improve upon services or practices. And that you have relevant systems and processes needed to collect and store key participant and performance data. Next. Reasonable costs, budget justification, and leverage of funds. We seek respondents that demonstrate that you have the fiscal capacity to implement the proposed program, that you can leverage other funds and in-kind contributions to support total program and administrative costs. For example, state, federal, foundation, corporate, or individual donations. And that the respondent demonstrates reasonable implementation costs and funding requests relative to its financial and human resources. Next. Attachments. Be sure to attach any reports, studies, or other documentation that show performance. If you can go back one. Thank you. Be sure to attach reports, studies, or other documentation that show performance towards reaching the program goals and that demonstrate results and accomplishments. Be sure to attach the resumes for key staff that are overseeing the program, and be sure to attach your organization's budget for this program. Next. Selection and transition timeline. Today, we're hosting the pre-proposal webinar on January 11, 2024. Your applications are due by February 1st, 2024. Applications must be received no later than by 12 noon Central Standard Time. Next. Applications are due on February 1st, 2024 at noon. Proposals must be submitted via the online application. Emailed or fax proposals will not be accepted. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Jordan Payman. Jordan.
Good afternoon. I will be going over the e-procurement portion of the process here. And just to start here, on our DFSS webpage is a link to the RFP of interest here and the training documents. We ask that you see the alerts section on our website. For more specifically, if you have any questions on the registration process, please contact customer support at cityofchicago.org. If you have any questions about technical assistance regarding help, please contact the email listed again at customersupport@cityofchicago.org or call 312-744-HELP. That's 312-744-HELP. For training materials, documents, and videos of that nature, use the links below. Tips regarding the application process. Of course, we insist that you please start early. If you have never done business with the city of Chicago, register into ICE to e-procurement as soon as you can. We will review the RFP narratives and application questions closely. Please remember to keep them within the scope and selection criteria. Please use the information in the RFP for guidance in formulating your answers. There is a 4,000 character limit, which includes punctuation and spaces. Each response is allotted 4,000 characters. And lastly, regardless of the browser, we ask that you do not use the back button on your browser. There will be buttons listed, namely the cancel button will be listed on e-procurement. Doing so can affect the data you've entered. All right, further tips for working at e-procurement here. Here you can submit your application and later amend it up into the due date, which is February 1st, 2024 at 12 p.m. It's 12 o'clock noon. Avoid the rush and possible mishaps by submitting early. Plan on your submission to the e-procurement site taking up to 30 minutes to a full hour. Like applications submitted after 12 noon will not be accepted. If you have, again, if you have any questions or help for e-procurement site, please contact the hotline at 312-744-4357. Please note that the hotline operates during business hours, which would be Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And lastly, save often and submit early. All right, for new agencies, if this is your agency's first time working with this department here, please, we ask that you follow the following requirements. Firstly, provide articles of incorporation and any amended articles of incorporation. Secondly, you have an IRS affirmation letter. This is not-for-profit agencies only. This letter must be dated within 60 days of submittal. That's 60 days of submittal. You can obtain this by calling the IRS directly at 1-877-829-5500. If you are a for-profit agency, submit your original letter from the IRS showing your FEIN number. Thirdly, we do ask that you also have your DUNS number. And fourth, ask that you also have your central contractor registration. Please provide a copy of the entity overview page at the following website. That's www.sam.gov. Lastly, we ask that you present your certificate of good standing letter within the state of Illinois. All right. For technical assistance, like you will see on our DFSS webpage, there is a link to the RFP and training documents. You will see the alerts section on our website. For any questions regarding e-procurement or registration, please contact the email we have here. And lastly, the SET 312-744 help number. That is the customer support at City of Chicago email, and the 744 help number, area code 312. Further training materials as far as documents and videos, we have the website below. And all right, and here we're going to go over how to accept an amendment. So if there are any amendments to the RFP, we will note them within the e-procurement site. And when you are starting an application, you will need to acknowledge that and accept the amendment first. Please note that the RFP shown in this subsequent slides are an example. To accept the amendment, click on View Amendment History. If the RFP has not been amended yet, please select Create Quote from the drop-down menu, and in the Actions box, click the Go. This will take you to the Applications page where you can get started. All right. To begin the acceptance and acknowledgement process, to open an RFP in view only, first click on the document number to review. 2, to review the amended changes to the RFP, click on the Affinity or eyeglass icon. 3, acknowledge receipt and understanding of the charges, and proceed to click on the Acknowledge Amendments button. You can see we have it listed from left to right. 1, 2, and then finally 3 at the bottom. All right, and finally, to accept the amendment, when you get to the screen, just click on the I accept page button, and then check the box. Then click on where it says acknowledge. Finally, you want to click on yes to indicate that you confirm your acknowledgement of the amendment. All right, and you want to click on the checkbox that you accept the terms and conditions, and then click on accept to accept them. This is the final step in acknowledging and accepting this amendment. We have it listed here from left to right, starting from the bottom and then finally ending at the top there. All right, now how to submit an application. When you are ready to submit your application, please start by saving your draft one last time and then click continue. If you are missing information, you will be given an error message on the top of the page. Usually the error message is direct to something left undone in the application. In the previous example, the error message indicated that the lines found under the Lines tab had not been filled out. So you see here, it's listed, and more specifically, it'll let you know exactly when it refers to lines, it will be referring to the lines you see at the second circle at the bottom. All right, and in this example, the error is about an unanswered question in the application, which is on the requirement section. The quote value refers to your, in this case, missing answer. So it's it's 4,000 characters total. That you are, detailed in providing that information, as well as going throughout the application and making sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed there. And once your application is free from errors, you are ready to proceed and submit. At this point, clicking continue should put your application into the review and submit phase. Now, this is your last chance to review all of your data and confirm that it is accurate. We ask that you check your attachments and scroll to the bottom of the screen to see all of your responses. All right, now at the bottom of the screen, you will be asked to provide an electronic signature. Be sure to fill in the signature before checking the box. Finally, you want to click Submit. Now, you want to make sure that you see the submittal confirmation screen. The e-procurement system will send you a confirmation email within 24 hours of your submission. Please call or email me if you desire prior confirmation. Till then, I'll be listing my contact information at the end here. Right now, we finally are here at the questions portion. And while we are fielding questions, I just want to put up our contact information here. So if you have any questions about the program itself, we ask that you contact Beatrice Nichols at 312-743-1635, or you can also email at beatricenichols@cityofchicago.org. If you have any questions regarding e-procurement, non-programmatic, as far as where to go if you see certain errors, you can give me a call, or to confirm information, just 312-745-1580. This is for questions related to e-procurement. You can reach out to me here, Jordan Pammon, and I'm just going to take a minute to see if we have any questions here. Beatrice, did you have anything else?
I did not. I just appreciate folks joining us today. Or if you review this video, it is being recorded and we'll have the information back out. Is that correct, Jordan?
That is correct.
Okay. So thank you, Jordan.
All
Thank
right.
you, participants. And I really hope that people do apply.
All right.
Have a great day.
Take care.